This is Ben Doughty for the hardest game with, I don't know whether I should say middleweight or super middleweight, but nonetheless, Ghanaian sensation, Elvis Ahorgah. Good to see you today.
Good to see you too, my man.
You know something, you've risen to prominence in the consciousness of British fight fans in the last several months because of your opposition to Callum Simpson and Tyler Denny just last weekend. I'm surprised to see you still in London, but tell me the story.
Yeah. You know, fighting in Africa is not easy, so I got the opportunity to fight Callum Simpson, and they gave me another opportunity to fight Tyler Denny. So yeah, I'm very happy about it, and I'm still in camp, you know, still training. Yeah, but maybe I will leave next week. Yeah, so I'm just happy. I'm happy to be here and fighting some elite champions like that. Yeah.
Is it fair to say that you're possibly looking at spending some more time in London and perhaps even seeing if you could base yourself here to further your career?
Yeah. I would love to because you can't compare London to Ghana. You know, fighting in Ghana is a bit crucial. Yeah. So if I get opportunity to train in London to explore more and my career will go forward. Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, I would love to train in London, explore more. Because I have something in me, I have the potential, I have the talent to explain more. And you can't compare London to Ghana. So all the facilities, opportunities are in London. So I would love to train here, yeah.
How much harder is it in Africa and in Ghana specifically when you box in the amateurs? How does it work over there?
Yeah, it's a bit hard, you know. There's no shelter for you, you know. There's no opportunities. You just train, and there's no money to sacrifice yourself, you know. It's hard in Africa. There's no opportunities. So I'll be very, very happy, glad to fight in London, explore more, you know, go higher in my career. Yeah, because Africa, there's no opportunities there. You know, you'll be just training and there's no opportunities. It's a bit hard, yeah.
How do you assess the two performances in the UK so far when you had the stoppage loss in 5 rounds to Callum Simpson a few months ago, and then just last weekend you extended Tyler Denny for the full distance of 10 rounds. What are your thoughts on both of those fights and perhaps any improvement from one to the other?
You know, fighting Callum Simpson is, yeah, I've get a lot of experience from it, you know, because Callum Simpson is in UK #1. You know, UK #1 super middle. So fighting him is not easy like that because his last fight, he even stopped the person in round 2. So to reach round 5 with him tells you that the guy is ready. But it's like I need a lot of skills. The power is there. So I learned a lot from that. And Tyler too is a former European champion. It's not easy to fight a guy like that. You know, so I've learned a lot from them. You know, even though my career is not rich at that level, but I've learned a lot. You know, it's an opportunity to learn a lot from them. So I've learned a lot.
And do you wish to make it clear that you are not a journeyman and an opponent, and you wish to be a successful champion fighter in your own right?
Yeah. They should not see me as a journeyman. No. I'm ready. If you see me, you know that there is a potential talent. You know, and I'm happy. It's not about boxing alone. They see character in me. You know, that I can push forward. You know, I need opportunities to push forward. You know, because it's like coming here, they take me as like a journeyman. No, I'm not a journeyman. I'm just 24 years to reach that level. No, you know, even fighting Tyler Denny to go all the rounds with him, it's not easy. You know, a former European champion tells you that the guy is ready. I'm not a journeyman. I'm ready to explore more. I want to be in the Boxing Hall of Fame. So it's not like I'm a journeyman. I want to go in front. I want to explore more. Yes.
And is it fair to say that you took the fights for business reasons, for the opportunity, when you probably, from an educational point of view, you probably weren't quite ready for those fights, but you took them anyway?
Yeah. You know, all of you can say it. Yeah, I was not ready to roll the dice, but you know, it's opportunity. There is no opportunity in Africa. It's not like opportunities in Africa. You gradually fight to reach there. No. So if it comes once, you have to come and take it, take the fight and explore more. That's why in the interviews, in the press conference, I was trying to tell people, I was loud to people to know that, the soldier is here. I have the character and I'm ready. I'm ready. Even Reddy knows that I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah.
It was a funny moment at the Callum Simpson press conference in London when you said, "I am the Black Schwarzenegger," and I think that Andy Scott from Sky Television got a bit nervous because I think he thought you used an Afro-American popular hip hop term when in actual fact you were just alluding to the actor Arnold Schwarzenegger. Was that funny to you?
Yeah, it was funny to me, But later they knew that no, I'm not referring to that F word. No.
M-word.
M word. Yeah. No. I can't do that because I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's why I'm black too, so that's why I add it. So it's not like I'm not using that M word. Yeah.
You're 24 years old. I believe you're with 13-4 in terms of your professional record. What kind of amateur career did you have?
Yeah. There's a lot of policies in Ghana amateur boxing, but I quite remember I have like 6 amateur fights. I only lost 1 and I win all the 4. Yeah, so I just...
So you have less than 30 fights of any kind whatsoever. So it's fair to say you are something of a strong novice in the game.
Yes. Because I have the heart, and, I have the heart of a warrior, I don't fear anything, So I'll quite say yes, and I have the character to explore more. So I'm ready to learn more, in the game, always we are learning to explore more. So I'm still learning and I'm still going for it. So, yeah.
Do you have a favorite fighter or a boxing hero?
Yeah. I have a lot. I can even say 10. I would say Aikote from Ghana.
Yes.
I love him much. I love Triple J, Chris Humberg Sr., Canelo, Marvin Hagler. In quite time, some used to call me Hagler. The Black Ahorgah. Yeah. I love Ahorgah too. I love all of them. Yeah.
What about the Professor Azuma Nelson? Talking of Ghana's most famous fighting son.
He too. I love him because his first fight against Salvador Sanchez, it did very, very well. Came in late to explore more like that. Yeah.
So you're actually a little bit of an historian. You're a 24-year-old young man. You actually know your stuff. You know about Salvador Sanchez, and you know.
Yeah, I know a lot. That shows you that the guy is ready. That shows you that the guy is ready. Even Aikote fighting Espana. I was not born. Fought Fernando Vargas, Ubaka. Lopez.
I love the De La Hoya Corte fight. Such a scientific fight, both of them.
Yeah. Even that fight came into the boxing more. Yeah, I nearly lose so bad. That fight made me came into the boxing more. Round 2, round 3, and round 12. I can never giving up, throwing his punches, even though he's gone by, still throwing. That shows you a heart of a warrior. Yeah.
And that was a highly debatable decision anyway.
And Ahorgah against Thomas Hens, the most best boxing rounds in the world, 3 rounds. Yeah.
Do you know what? I say the first round was the classic one that's off the hook. I'm not putting the fight down, but if you look at rounds 2 and 3, they're not as off the hook as round 1. And to me, I've seen a whole bunch of greater fights than that, but that was an amazing first round.
Ahorgah started bleeding in round 2, and we didn't know where the bleeding is from.
So it kept the tension.
Yes, but still he was fighting, still was forcing himself. That shows you a warrior. Yeah.
Hagler versus John Mugabe in his next fight, the following year. Another African, murderous puncher.
But Mugabe too was good, but if you are good, you are not good than Ahorgah. It's more than good. But that Ahorgah fought an English champion in UK.
Alan Minter.
Yes, he won the title, and they start throwing of things.
You're surprising me because a lot of fighters, honestly, some pro fighters can't tell you what happened last week. You're telling me what happened when I was 10 years old, 45 years ago. I'm impressed with you.
I was not even born. I was not born.
I was 10 years old. But, but no, that was our big night of shame in British professional boxing.
But later, he gained the love. He gained fans in British. you know, he gained that love from British because they knew that, no, the guy have tried, you know, came in from your country to win such a title like that. Yes, shows you that the guy is ready. So he gained a lot of fans. You know, he used to wear the cap war. Yeah, it means he's ready.
Yeah, Ahorgah had a fantastic attitude, and he would lock himself away in a place called Cape Cod. I'm trying to think where it is. It's Cape Cod is like on the. I should know where it is, but it's somewhere on the coast in the middle of nowhere, and he would lock himself up in a.
I remember he fought one guy, one champion. They did a draw, and they interviewed him, and he said, you know, all of you know that I win this fight. No, but next time I will not make the judge from you. I will use this.
Yeah, and he always said he'd bring these judges in future. That was Vito Antuofermo. That was actually that was.
So he fought him next fight and he knocked him out.
Well, no, not in actual fact. Didn't go down that way. He drew with Antuofermo. He had to box a few more times. Then he got the fight with Minter.
Yes.
And then he defended against Antuofermo in about his third or fourth defence, and he stopped Antuofermo on cuts after that. But if you look at it, the only man from Marvin Hagler's 12 defences after winning that title, the only man who went the distance with him before Sugar Ray Leonard beat him was Roberto Duran.
Duran, yeah. And you know, he went to all the rounds with Duran.
15.
Yeah, he went to all the rounds with Duran, but you know, he severely beat Duran. Yeah.
Do you know, I agree with you, Elvis, because people say that Duran was winning that fight after 12 rounds. And I mean, on the scorecards he was, but for me, I watched that fight back, I get Hagler 10 rounds out of 15. I think Marvin wins.
Yeah, Marvin wins. Marvin won the fight, you know.
Yeah.
Marvin won the fight. And later, Duran fought Sugar Ray.
Yeah. Well, Duran actually, Duran had already fought Sugar Ray twice at that point. Then they fought again in 1989.
I didn't know why Duran, the second fight, Duran stopped the fight, he quit.
That is one of the biggest mysteries in the history of boxing. He said he had stomach cramps.
You know, Leonard said, I respect Duran as a fighter, he's a boxer, but I can't respect him as a man. You know, you can't just quit like that.
You know, so, and he's lucky that he's considered one of the greatest fighters of all time. Duran is one of the few fighters whose legacy is so strong and his comeback was so redemptive that he actually gets away with that. Most fighters would have removed themselves from the pantheon of greatness by that surrender. You know.
Yeah, you are right. It's true. And you know, one fighter too I love is Fernando Trinidad. Felix Tito Trinidad. I love him. You know, but his fight against Oscar De La Hoya, he lost that fight.
He did lose. Oscar won.
Oscar won. Yeah. You know, Oscar won. Even Oscar said that even if me and Ikote, you gave the win to Ikote and you gave this win to me, I'll be happy about it. Yeah. You know, but it's boxing, you know.
But you know what was extraordinary? De La Hoya did win the fight, but it never made any sense of why he was so passive in the last 3 rounds. He went on his bike when he didn't have to. He didn't look tired. He wasn't hurt.
Yeah, he wasn't hurt. But he thought that he have won all the rounds.
Yeah, but throw some punches.
Yeah, but still he was boxing. Yeah, he was showing boxing, jab, move around in the ring. You know, Felix was keeping coming, but still he was boxing. Well,
you know something? I've got high hopes for your future trajectory in your career based on the fact that I can see your intelligence and your passion for boxing, which I never would have known that until today. So keep us posted. Let us know what is next for you. And it's been an enormous pleasure.
Thank you.
Hang on one second. We got Peter McDonough who wants to come and say his bit here because he struggles if it's not about him. No.
Listen, it was great having a soldier in the gym today, and I'd love to work with him definitely in the future.
I wasn't sure we were revealing the future plans. That's why I was being a bit conservative. But go on.
Whether we do or whether we don't, but he's a good fighter. He's got loads of potential. Okay. But a few things. I want to give him 2 gifts. Okay. I want to give him one firstly for Roberto Duran. Okay. You can give it to him personally when we fight for the world title. Okay. That's a nappy.
What? Yeah, for stomach cramps.
Yeah. Because no mass. Roberto Duran, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you are going to go with me, and one thing you've got to do is listen. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to be a soldier or do you want to be a lieutenant?
I want to be a lieutenant.
A ring general. Okay.
What is this?
Too much talking. You use dummy.
That's the top and bottom of it.
If you are talking,
yeah.
I'll be quiet.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.